What's up, guys? It's Mike from Pattern Traders. It's October 24th, Sunday. Wish you guys all a beautiful Sunday with your family and loved ones. I'm gonna try to not make a long video, but again, I'm trying to do this at the same time as I'm recording. Music's a little too loud. Sorry about that. So please bear with me if the video is a little repetitive and whatnot. I'm doing this live, as if I were to do it on my own. So I'm using two string points. First of all, let me just go straight to the previous chart that I made. This is the only bear scenario that I have, guys. It's the only bear scenario that I have. So any bear that's telling me that we have to go down to make a lower low and shit like that, there's a button called delete. Right click, delete, unfollow them. This is by far the only bear scenario that I have. Buy zone will be between 42, 43-ish and 48, 49-ish, which is going to lead to an impulse move to the top side. Yes, we SFP'd. Yes, we're going to close a weekly under 60,150, which is normal. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that we are starting a bear market, okay? So this is the only bear scenario that I have. I'm 100% against lower lows, and I'm 100% against bear markets until further notice, right? Until I see a high time frame pivot. I had this oscillator. Okay, I don't have it here. Where I have it somewhere here. Where is it? Here? No, I don't have it here either. Maybe I have it here. Here we go. So I was preparing to explain to you guys. Get rid of the look at the histories only. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so all right, the daily histo didn't even turn black yet at all. The histo is still gray. You want to see black bars to assume that the trend is coming to an end. We're nowhere near that. We're gonna probably get another top side, another move to the top side. Is it gonna come from 58,000, 56? I don't know exactly where, but I'll go over the micros in a little bit. I don't chart micros or intros because I do my due diligence at range lows, and then I target range highs, and I just wait again for a rinse and repeat. It's hard for me to map the oscillators on an intro play. There's too many zigzags, too many in and outs, right? So from an oscillator perspective, 1 second. I'll go over the price action in 2 seconds. I'm just get rid of this real quick. Look at this. Buy zone, break above green, which is a buy zone, impulse up, come back down, bounce off the buy zone, break above mid, which is mid is orange, guys. Mid is orange. Go back to range top, go back down, break under, dump, buy zone, go back up, target mid. Where's mid? $58,000 to $62,000. That's where mid is right now. Which means what? We already hit 61, too. We went to 66, which is fine, which makes sense. The only difference is that this needs to actually close. This black line needs to close. The way you see these black lines close at the yellow part, at the mid, it's got to close by the mid. So regardless of what we assume is going to happen, we're going to get one more tip top to the top side. So assume this week sometime we're going to get a push to the top side. Now, can we reject off mid and come back down to buy zone? Absolutely. But ultimate target is sell zone. Right here. What's your sell zone here? The sell zone is red, by the way, and the buy zone is green. The green shade is buy zone. The red shade is green. It's sell zone. The sell zone is $75,000 to $335,000. Obviously, we're not going to go that high. But these numbers, what do they mean? 75.5 is the red line. 335K is the gray line. And anywhere in between over here is resistance in the red part. So more likely than not, what's going to happen is within the next 2-3 months, this is going to go up, come down, and then we're going to go and we're going to tap the red line. The way we did over here, the way we did over here, and the way we did all this gibberish shit up here. So personally speaking, I don't think there's going to be a lower low or a massive dump until we get up to this red line, this red box. that is when I'm going to start telling myself, get the fuck out of the market, short, whatever the case is, because longs are going to be long gone for quite some time. This whole dump down here, let's just say once we lost the red zone. When did we lose the red zone? We lost the red zone right there. Okay. March 29th, we lost the red. March, it should be, is that March? That should be May. Yeah, March 29th, we lost the red zone. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yes, agreed. Yes. We didn't get into proper longs again until the buy zone. The buy zone took place, I can't even move it over here. Buy zone took place roughly about 3-4 months later, in June, right? May, rather. Sorry about that. May, end of May. So that's like 3 months. All of April, 2 months, give or take. So again, if I see us go into this red zone up here, and then I get cross back down, there would be cross back down over here, would be cross back down over here, I am getting out of the market. I'm not touching anything. I don't care. Not touching anything until I see a retest of the buy zone. Like down here, and like down here. Not touching it. Now what happened over here? Bear market, right? We broke under, and we just rolled the buy zone all the way down. Until when? Until we crossed. And that was the start to the bull market. So I'm not worried yet. We're too low for this to be a bear market. We're too low. Again, even over here. Get above, go up, retest it, start the bull market. Right? So even if we reject here and we come back down and retest it, buy, leverage your wife, your kids. I'm just joking, but you understand what I'm saying. And then target the red zone, pretty much. All right. Let's go into price action surge. Again, this is the only bearish scenario that I have. Mid-range. Break under range low, mid-range, come back, buy mid-range, target, breakout. Micros. We have a daily order block here, guys. Between $56,000 and $58,000. Okay, 56, 58K. Which is probably going to get tapped, man. This is too big of a V reversal top side to not get tapped, right? It's going to get tapped. Micro long range is going to be between 57 and 58,000. The order block is between 56 and 58K. So this whole between green and gray, it's a buy zone. 2 hours is probably the most important time frame right now for the micros, because we have these clean lows. And ideally, if you get a 2 hour dip down, wake up, you're probably going to end up taking out these VWAPs. I'm going to give you guys a reason why these VWAPs are very weird looking right now. And I know that this is controlled. Normal price action, if bearish, does not leave VWAPs like this untapped when we're dumping. This is a controlled dump, which means that it's going to be a controlled pump to the top side quick. So all it's doing is searching for liquidity. Once it grabs it, once it finds it, once it gets what it wants, ideally this previously VWAP over here at 57.5 will get tapped. Quarterly VWAP at $56,000. More often than not, will not break with a candle close. You have another previously VWAP at 55.8. So anything between, like anything in this area down here is a buy for me. It's like my last stance before we go down to $51,000, right? And I want to assume that it's going to hold because I'm bullish. So watch for 12-hour mid TMA. Why do I state that? Because the 12-hour mid TMA is usually on the brink of bear to bull. What do I mean by that? During a bull trend, right? During an uptrend, you use it as support. You don't break under it. Okay? Once you break under it, use it as resistance. Once you get back above it, you use it as support again. Where's the support right now? $57,000. Same fucking pattern playing over and over again. You don't need to complicate it. If you get a tap of the 12-hour TMA band, you're going to try to get into longs. And then more often than not, that should give you a move back up to at least the red zone. So I don't know where the red zone is going to be, but something along the lines of red zone. And then if that's your lower high, unfortunately, then we're going to have to target the green zone. Okay? Am I confusing you guys? I really hope not, but that's exactly what happens when you break. You get a bounce, you go back up, come back down. Unfortunately, once you break, more often than not, you want to target your red zone. And this time didn't even have any freaking power to go to the red zone. It died at the midpoint. It's terrible, right? But Again, rule of thumb, when you get a bounce off the 12-hour TMA, you want to always target your red zone. Always want to target red zone. If you break it, you want to always target by the green, target the midpoint. These are scout moves on the interest. 10-hour TMA mid should be support for the time being. It is acting like support. Hopefully we don't have to go to the 12-hour when the 12-hour comes to us. Okay? Turn on your quarterly VWAP, which is 56,000. Assume it will be support. Yes, that is exactly what I'm playing for the VWAP. I don't want to see us close a candle under the quarterly VWAP, which is currently at $56,000. Otherwise, we're going to go fill this big-ass candle right here, guys. You know? It's going to get filled regardless, but I want to get it filled after in the 70s. I'd rather get the 70 first and then come down to fill this. I don't want to fill this now. Wow, Alice keeps dying. Like literally just keeps rolling over and over and over. This is bad. Let me see. It's a continuous sell-off. Look at this. Jesus Christ. 10 minutes until we close the hourly at 11 o'clock. What a piece of shit. Anyway, let me see what flows at, guys. I'm sorry about that. 1309. Alright. I'm going to add more to 10s and 8s if we get it. Okay. So let's talk about the range now. I'm probably gonna leave this video with this specific chart because this is cleaner. There's less, you know, fucking in and outs, less noise. But anyway, hear me out. So we had an impulse move down. This is the breaking structure, right? This consolidation led to the breaking structure to the downside. Consolidated. We created a 2-day order block, which is over here. 2-day order block, which is over here. Went up. We deviated the high of the mid-range. This is your mid-range. The blue line is your mid-range. Deviated the high, came back down, retested to the TMA band, and broke above it. More often than not, if you happen to get back into the current range that we are, which is going to be sub $58,000, you're going to have to target mid-range, which is 49,000. This is the rule of thumb. This is the macro look. It's not micro. So even though you might think that it's not going to come down and do this, overall in the next couple of weeks, it will come down if we're in the bearish scenario. Okay, now the last line of defense is this red box over here. This is the last consolidation that led to the deviation to the top side. If I'm not mistaken, it lasted for like a day or two. Where is this thing? Let's see. So what am I saying? It lasted for a week and a day. 8 days, 8 full days worth of consolidation. Oops, sorry about that, guys. So this is your last line of defense before, oh, hell's gonna break loose and we're gonna come back down to like 48, 49, or $50,000. So the main question is, Luca, how are you playing this? Well, currently, I am DCAing in altcoins. The reason why I'm doing that is because I don't have the patience to try to catch bottoms. I don't have the for this specific move. I'm not looking for setups. I know this is wrong and I shouldn't be preaching this because more often than not I do my due diligence. Like for example, if you look at Algo, where's Algo? I'll give you an example. Why? Look at Algo. Algo. Tether. Okay. Everybody knows no matter what happens, Algo is coming down here, right? Between 1.27 and 1.46. And everybody's probably has some massive bids down here, me included. But you have to ask yourself, what happens if it doesn't come down here? Then what? And it just goes up from here. You know, I'd rather, like I bought yesterday when I said it. I don't even know where I was, but no, 2 days ago when I said it. I don't know where I was, but it was somewhere here that I bought when I put it in Discord. Somewhere here. No stop loss. A lot of clean lows that are gonna probably get destroyed. So ask me, why did I buy here if I know that it has to come down? Well, because I could DCA in. So if I'm buying in increments of 5,000 and I want to complete a $50,000 position or a $40,000 position, I don't care if I buy here, and then put massive bids down here. It doesn't matter to me because then my average will be somewhere over here, which is more than fine. You know? Now you ask me, how do you know that we're not going to just break down and die? Well, I'm playing this as if we're still in a bull market with the probability that bulls have the edge, right? So, in my eyes, if we do happen to go down, once you reclaim this, once you reclaim the previous low, that's your safe long. I don't have time to do that. I'm not hawking charts like that anymore. You know, I'm on the field most of the day. It's not easy. Go back to BTC. Go to the micros now. Okay, you understand what kind of structure we're dealing with right now. Okay, we deviate this previous high. We come back under $58,000 or $59,000. You're targeting this red box. And if this red box gives you a higher low, something like this, and we can't get it back above this high, which I think we will, then you want to take your extension. You want to target your 1-to-1 extension or your golden pocket, wherever this is. I don't know if it's going to stop here, if it's going to stop here. Wherever this stops, wherever your higher low is going to be. I'm sorry, what am I saying higher low, man? Your lower high. Wherever this lower high is going to be, you want to target your 1-to-1 and your golden pocket. Okay? Again, this is an intra move. It's an intra move. Overall, macro-wise, this thing wants higher, but this is an intra move. So if you take in consideration a 20 or 30% dump, let's just assume that this is your top. 25 will put you back at 49s. 30 will put you back at 44s. It's all normal to me. Go over here. Remember this chart? 51, 56, 61 all-time highs. Boom. It hit all the levels and it went to all-time highs. So now, what happens? Well, we're about to start. So we already got up. We deviated the top side. Okay. This is still a very favorable scenario to me. If you want to take in consideration a multi-day, where is this thing? There you go. A multi-day, I can't even use a triangle. Fuck. Can I use a triangle? No, I can't. A multi-day, what's it called? Bear scenario. Well, we're gonna start consolidating down here to go to like that $56,000 or $58,000. Get a bounce there, come back, make a lower high, and then trickle down to like $49,000 or $51,000. But anyway, this is what I'm watching, guys. Overall, BTC based on oscillators, it wants higher. The 4 hours gonna put in a head over here. It's gonna probably go down, come back up, and get rejected off the blue. The RSX on the 4 hour is currently putting in a head as we speak. The daily's still fine. Daily still has to curl. We have to come down, we have to bounce. 2-day still fine. Let me see, 12 hour. 12 hours should get a bounce here. I think by Tuesday we're gonna be bounced back up. Whatever blood we get is probably gonna be scalp back up. And then the main issue is going to be where we have to start paying attention when the 12 hours starts curling back up and we meet these two lines. If we get a rejection, that's going to be bad. I'll tell you that for sure. Otherwise, I think this is just a controlled sell-off. I was trying to shake people out before another leg up to the top side. Let's see what happens out here. I don't know. We do have a 2-day signal, by the way, guys, so be very careful too. And these are pretty powerful, man. These are pretty powerful. They usually end up causing like a freaking 20-30% dump, sometimes even 15%. Yeah, these VWAPs are just, I don't think they're going to let us just die. See these 3 VWAPs, weekly, monthly, and quarterly? I really do not think that they're going to let us die. They should offer some serious support when we get down there. Yeah, man. I'm bullish, guys. I mean, I'm bullish, man. I'm bullish. There's nothing bearish in regards to what I'm looking at. Overall. Oh, shit, AVAX went down. I mean, Sol died too. Yeah, they all died. Oh, Sol has an order block over here. Let's see FTT. Very important for me. This wig is fucking crazy, bro. This wig is nuts. What did it do? What was the point of this wig? Did it actually take that, or did it just equal high? Let me see. Did it take it, or that's an equal high, right? There's no way we're not going back up there with an equal high, guys. That's an equal high. It has to be an equal high. High is 75 flat. High is 75 flats. This is gonna definitely make a higher high. You're not leaving those two big ass wigs up there. It's crazy. Down. The problem that I see with the price action itself is that still bullish. Yeah, it's fine. Let me see 2-day. Yeah, still bullish. The problem that I see with the price action itself is that this is problematic. Let me get rid of this real quick. This is problematic because this is a deviation that led to the breakout, right? We spoke about this in the previous video. So given the fact that we deviated this low on top of the order block that led to the breakout, you do not want to see price come back into this range. Okay? But here's the problem with that. I think it was here that I did it, right? Right there. Okay, here's the problem with that. I'm going to make this a little different because I don't want it to be in the way. This is your typical high deviation, break-in structure, low, lower high, deviate, and then breakout. So you do not, this is basically your bullish range. You do not revisit this breakout if you're bullish, however you want to put it. Doesn't matter how you want to draw it, but you don't revisit this spot if you're bullish. So could I see us going down to $44,000 or $45,000? If you want to do a max pain, yeah, I could, but that's not going to be the most. That's not going to be the healthiest freaking move that we could have after a break of all-time highs. Like, you don't accumulate, you don't range and accumulate for freaking 63 days. Make a higher low. For another 57 days just to break all-time highs and then come back down over here. That just doesn't make any sense at all to me, personally speaking. I just can't see how that's a viable scenario for us. So yeah, we did deviate. We did sweep the all-time highs, but that doesn't mean that we should go die. You know, it doesn't. I personally don't think it. I don't at all. Remember, guys, the 12-hour. Just remember this. Let me just show you guys something. The 12-hour TMA band always offers a bounce. If we get rejected off the red, then we're going to target the green. So if we go back here and then we come back up, and that's your lower high from this high, then you want to target the green. Wherever the green's going to be. I don't know where the green's going to be, but that's where you want to do it. That's the safest thing I could probably say, as opposed to us guessing where we're going to go and whatnot. It looks like tomorrow is probably going to be a little bit red. Fill some gaps. And then Tuesday, we get a pump. Damn, this looks terrible. Don't lie, for you. This just needs, I hate this grind. It needs to flush, man. I want to see just a massive flush to the downside. Get it over with. I hate this fucking grind. I'm just going to keep one box open on my chart. I'm going to ignore everything except for just one box. Open up my VWAPs. Give me my weekly. That's it. I don't give a shit what happens. I'm going to just watch this right here. That's it. That's all I'm going to watch. And see what happens when it comes down here. I don't want to complicate it. Because every time I look at the intros, there's too many scenarios, too many in and outs. Fuck that. I want to see what happens when we touch these VWAPs. Let me see. Do we have... 12-hour. There we go. Yeah, everything is just pointing down here to this little box. 56 to 58K. Guys, trade safe. Make a long story short. Whatever dump we get down to 56, 58 should be a long opportunity. If it happens to be that we lose 56 to 5800, unfortunately, and we lose this box down here, we're gonna have to target $49,000 to $51,000. I'm still favoring this. Where is this thing? Where is this thing? Right here. I'm still favoring this. If we're gonna go sweep these lows in the 56K and to hop into and to tap the 57 to 58K range, there's a daily order block between 56 and 58. I am favoring this scenario. I'm not favoring this, but this is the only bearish scenario. Pretty sure they're gonna try to close the weekly under $60,000 so it can look like an SFP, and then we're gonna die. And then probably next week we're gonna close the next week's candle somewhere up here. You know, somewhere like they're gonna probably start it somewhere over here in the midpoint, and then they're gonna do something like here, start the candle, and then they're gonna probably end it up here. I just can't see how they're gonna kill this after we just went to all-time highs. Doesn't make any sense to me, right? It just doesn't make any sense. This whole range play for us to come back down here is valid if you want to give people the opportunity to keep buying more. Why the fuck would they do that? They just took all-time highs. You don't really break under the consolidation that led to the all-time high. That's bearish if you do. So let's just talk about first not losing this box. Most important thing, and I'm gonna write that down. Make sure we don't lose red box. That's it for now. Red block rather. That's more important than anything. Okay? Next, make sure you don't lose quarterly VWAP. And the reason why there's so many scenarios again is because this, again, I'm telling you, this is an intro play. Overall, macros went higher. So I'm trying to map like the freaking low time frame, and to me the low time frame is anything sub 12 hour, because I'm playing with the 2 week, the weekly, the 4 week, the monthly, no, the 5 week, the monthly. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you, oh, it's definitely has to do this. But if we're at a macro bottom, I can tell you for sure we're going higher. So this is what I'm working with right now. I don't want to lose the red box. If we do, then we're gonna have target blue. It's the only option that I have. And then when you bounce off the red box, you want to make sure that you don't have a lower high, and you make a higher high. If you make a lower high after the red gets tapped, then you want to take your extension and target the 1-to-1 of the golden pocket, wherever this gets topped out. I don't know where it's going to stop, but you understand what I'm saying. If you get a lower high after the red box bounce, overall, I want to see 69 to 71K. Then I'm going to start looking to be like 80% USDT or something like that, or 90% USDT around there. Maybe not that much, because I always like having exposure, like 75 to like 85% USDT once we get up to that 69, 71K. Okay, guys, so trade safe. And yeah, we still got to cross the green, man. We have to cross the green. It's a must. 4 hour probably crossed it, but it's, yep, crossed it. That means that the next poke is going to be it, unfortunately. And you never want to see the 50, the midpoint go under the 50 spot. It's not good. Histo went sub-zero. It's never good. To 1 hour. What's the 22nd? 22nd was Friday. The whole weekend we bled. The whole weekend we bled. 22nd was here, Friday. Wow. ETH. All ETH did was go take out Friday's high. And then just died. Yeah, ETH wants to go down here. 3,800s, unfortunately, guys. ETH wants this down here, man. Let me see VWAPs. Where are we? Why do I have that open? Damn, we hit the VWAP and we just died. Let me see right now. Could this be the third leg? 1, 2. Alright guys, for Ethereum, we should watch that 38, 37, 38 level. Down here, this. We should watch that. And the reason why we should watch that is because we're probably not going to be able to get above this. And if we do, then it changes everything. It's VWAP. We got to get above this VWAP. By weekly close. 41. 40,100. 4,100. Gotta get above this level over here. I don't know. It's too much of an intro move. I don't like it. I don't even want to look at charts. I don't care to look at charts. That's why I'm DCAing in. It's annoying to try to map an intro move. More often than not, you get it wrong anyway. If you start scaling in. There's too many lows that haven't been cleaned, man. This thing is gonna just do a flush. Get it over with already. I don't get why they're prolonging the flush. Makes no sense. Just get it over with. Flush this shit down, man. Flush it down. Flush it down. Let me see where the EMAs are. Where's it 2 hour? 2 hours important to me. Oh, we're so close. So close. Yeah. Oh, Snap died. Holy shit. Oh, the earnings came out. It's crazy. Ruin. I'm not even looking at this. I'm confident it's gonna go up to 15s. Not even touching this. Kudos. I added a bunch. And we just rejected the whole thing. Jesus Christ. CRV. I'm not touching my CRV. XRP. I want to sell my XRP, truth be told, guys. I have a decent sized bag. I want to sell it. I just don't care to hold it anymore. So, like, come on. Think about it this way, guys. Look at so. Look how high we went. And we didn't even take all-time highs. And you tell me that we're not going to go back up? Come on. We're still going to go to all-time highs. Too close to leave that. What else? Flow. You already know where I stand. I'm going to buy more once you get to the 10s. So much. I remember everyone was telling me how bearish ETH BTC looks. I think this is fucking bullish, man. I think ETH BTC looks bullish. I think it looks bullish, man. I don't think we're bear yet. We said to take the bottom. Yeah, we took the bottom range low. 2, 3. Came back up to range top. Broke structure here. Oh. I don't know. I'm kind of bullish on ETH BTC, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. I'm not too bear. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't want to complicate it because I can just sit here all day and just yap and talk. It's already a 40-minute video. And again, this is an intro move. I personally think we're going to go overall higher. This is not a macro top for me. Obviously, unless we get fundamental news, that's going to destroy us or some kind of FUD. But just trade safe. Any kind of move down to $58,000 or $56,000, be careful. With shorts, you want to be long in that 58, 50K. Just short one box. We hit this daily order block. There you go. 57 to 55 or $56,000. Open up your VWAPs too. Turn on your monthly, weekly, and quarterly VWAPs. Get rid of your EMAs. EMAs are more like years for me. That's it, man. Just hit this zone right here. 12-hour TMA band. Get rid of it. Actually, you can leave everything on. Make this into a line. That's it. Right there. 12-hour TMA. Sock. And then hopefully this is not your lower high. This is all I'm watching. If bear. This is your bear scenario. Guys, enjoy. Trade safe. Have a splendid Sundays.